The following is a production of Fenix Media. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of the company or its advertisers and may contain language that's unsuitable for younger listeners.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
I'm about to do to you what Limp Bizkit did to music in the late 90s.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Here goes the last DJ.
Gentlemen, I wash my hands of this weirdness.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another brand new episode of the Kristian Fenix Radio Show. It is Wednesday, July 28th. We are your daily dose of laughs and levity in a crazy, crazy world. I'm joined by my co-host, the Savage One, Mr. Tony Spark. Tony, how you doing this morning?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Enjoyed the little celebrity bit with all the birthdays there. That was some fun stuff.
You get a kick out of Lori Loughlin celebrating the birthdays of Free Woman.
Yeah, I like the Lori Loughlin one, and I like the John Cena. I ain't ponying up $70 for no SummerSlam, so I guess I can't see him. That was good. Good stuff, man. But no, good. Good to be live here this morning doing the show and ready for a fun day. There's no staticky mess. And, we had to do a best of yesterday just because the timing of the new hours for my work and all that didn't work well for us. So, but here we are, guys. We're back.
Yeah, we're getting it all figured out. But ultimately, you know what? We're here with a brand new show. Hope to have new shows for you for the rest of the week as well. And ultimately, we'll get it all dialed in as far as timing goes with Tony's new schedule. But regardless, let's go ahead and kick things off the way we do each and every day with a question for my co-host. Tony, again, this is a purely hypothetical question. I know this wouldn't be you, but say you accidentally murdered somebody in a drunken stupor. How would you go about covering it up or attempting to cover it up?
Yikes, Scoob, what did I do? Well, seen enough Dexter to know, I don't live in Florida, so that doesn't work. There's not a little slice of life. So
no gator chum happening.
No, but seeing enough TV shows, you go, I guess you have to get a lot of bleach and cover it up. I'd be so screwed because I wouldn't know what to do because I would never do it. But if I did, I'd probably be the world's worst. So I'd be like, it'd be like Weekend at Bernie's, like in the front seat or something. I don't know. It's such a morbid question. I just can't even morbidly think of anything funny to say about it. So
maybe it's a good thing that you haven't given it to
I can't even give you a good thought about it. I guess if I lived in Florida, I'd have to pull the Dexter route and just take the boat ride out to the middle of the ocean and whee.
There you go.
And I don't know, it becomes shark food, I guess, but I couldn't do it. So I can't even mentally even think about it, I guess. I'm so sorry. You give me the hypotheticals and I try to think like a psycho and I'm like, I just can't do it.
Well, that's good that it's not ingrained in you.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's not the case here. And the sad part is that it hits a little close to home for me because this guy is...
he's in Carson City, isn't he?
No, he went to my alma mater of Chapman University. So Chapman Fowler School of Law student Justin Medoff, 31, has been arrested and charged with the murder over the death of his girlfriend. According to the Las Vegas-based CBS affiliate KLAS, the Clark County Fire Department received a 911 call about a suspicious incident at the Home 2 Suites Hotel at the corner of Dean Martin Drive and Tropicana Avenue on the morning of July 12th. Medoff allegedly dialed and said he had awoken to find his girlfriend, 30-year-old Stephanie Duarte, beaten, bloody, and dead right next to him. Police say they arrived to find the defendant performing chest compressions on the naked woman and led him into a separate room so officers and paramedics could continue trying to save Duarte's life. But by then it was already too late. One of the police officers on the scene alleged that the victim's jaw was locked and that the mouth-to-mouth resuscitation was impossible. A paramedic echoed that claim. Duarte was pronounced dead on the scene at 8:37 that morning, less than 20 minutes after the frantic 911 call was made. Authorities say she was killed as the apparent result of blunt force trauma to the head. The Clark County Coroner's Office has yet to weigh in with an official cause of death, but identified the victim by name last Thursday. You never take a police report at face value, defense attorney Robert Draskovich told
Draskovich.
We are now beginning our own investigation. We expect there to be more to the story. According to an arrest report obtained by the local Fox affiliate, Medoff told police he woke up to find the hotel room covered in blood and claimed that he tried to wake up Duarte by giving her a bath. Additional details in the report cited suggest the defendant was covered in a variety of abrasions, scrapes, and bruises, which would appear to be consistent with defensive wounds. Police claim to have observed red marks on Medoff's rib cage, back, shoulders, and knees. Lacerations were found on the defendant's left bicep, left elbow, both knees, and on the top of his right foot. So, all signs point to, they got into a drunken fight. He murdered her in that stupor and then claimed that, I just woke up and she was next to me just like that. So I don't think I buy it. You?
No, I don't either. It sounds like they had a night of drinking. They got into a fight. Maybe she was going to leave him. Maybe he found out she was cheating or he was cheating and she found out. There's so many different variations of what could have happened, but it sounds like maybe drinking was involved. He clocked her and then unfortunately it happened. Then they try to cover up because then it's panic mode. Like, I can't believe I did that. A lot of stuff. Very sad though. That sucks to hear that kind of stuff. And, I just don't get why in relationships, if it's over, it's over.
Right. Deal with it.
Move on. The hurt sucks, but you move on.
Right.
You fall off the horse, pick yourself back up. Definitely the killing and all that stuff. And this one totally sounds like the covering it up makes it sound bad. Like the whole, I don't know, I just woke up and she was like that.
And what kind of blows my mind is this guy's a law student, so you would think he'd be a little more creative in his defense, but apparently that's what he went with. And I don't think it's going to hold up.
Yeah, so. The guy definitely lost his he saw his whole life flash before his eyes, like, there goes my career, there goes this, there goes it. All probably just during a fight or something. Who knows? But idiot.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, that we'll put that behind us because we've got much more joy and fun ahead of us. Boy, words are hard and great film.
Well, it is Wednesday
today. It is
perfect. Yeah, it's perfect, man.
We do have a great show lined up for you guys today. Let's talk about today's show, shall we?
Hump Day,
mother lover.
It is Hump Day, and as we do on Wednesdays, as I just mentioned, it is Words Are Hard. We have a segment called Welcome to My Nightmare, and of course, we round out the day with This Day in History. Folks, do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Behold my precious. Ooh, let me tell you something right here. It's the Loot Crate subscription box, full of exclusive loot, fun surprises delivered to your door every month.
Just pick up your favorite geeky genre, Daddy.
From the original Loot Crate, the Loot Crate DX collectible boxes, dude. Cowabunga! To the Loot Gaming video game box. Woohoo! Yee-hoo! Wowzers! With crits starting as low as $11.99 per month, there's a box just about for all collectors.
To get your geek on, head over to phoenixmedia.us/Loot Crate and claim your exclusive offer. That's FENIXmedia.us/Loot Crate. Great Scott!
Snap into a Loot Crate, dig it?
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores. And in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush. Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com, brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
What if I told you that a tornado was going to happen tomorrow, right where you live? That it would touch down at exactly 3:17 p.m., and I told you the exact path it would take. You would, of course, prepare. You would talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us. Get everything you need for the Kristian Fenix radio show over at phoenixmedia.us or on Facebook at facebook.com/Fenix Media Radio. Now back to the show. And we are back, folks. This is the Kristian Fenix radio show, and we've got a little thing we talk about each episode. It is the Fenix Line, our 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week voicemail line, giving you guys, the listeners and watchers, an opportunity to chime in on anything whatsoever. Maybe you tried to cover up a murder. We want to hear about it, but don't be surprised if we pass that information along to the cops. That number, 855-FENIX-RADIO. That's 855-FENIX-RDO or 855-336-4973. All we ask is that you keep it entertaining. We'll compile those together, put them out in a future show. Now, it is Wednesday, and as we do on Wednesdays, we like to explore the English language, the weirdness of it, the extras. See, words are hard.
See, words are hard right there, brother.
Exactly. Oh. The difficulty of the English language with the segment that I just mentioned called Words Are Hard. Boy, especially today, words seem to be hard. In any case, so I mentioned last week that this is what we were going to be doing for this week's Words Are Hard. And it's called back to something we did back towards the beginning of this show. You know, early on, we did a segment talking about gangster slang from the 1920s. I thought it'd be fun to revisit some 1920s slang, not directly related to gangsters, but just sort of overall, and see if you can guess, Tony, what that slang means.
Sounds good.
Yeah, with that being said, you ready to get started?
Yeah, dude, let's do this. And I meant to play this during the Phoenix thing, but I couldn't find it. But yes.
Right. There you go. Better late than never, right?
Yeah. It's hard to find stuff on the board sometimes.
All right. So in this one, Tony, I'm going to give you the word, and then I'll give you sort of a sentence with the word in it, give you a little context, see if you can figure out what it means. First, old-timey 1920 slang here on Words Are Hard is ankle. The word is ankle. Use it in a sentence. Let's ankle on down to the lake and have a good stroll.
Well, based off the sentence, I'm going to say let's get on down to the lake, which just means let's just have a good time. But when you say ankle, initially I'm thinking ankle bracelet, you know, kind of like the ball and chain. That's kind of what I think, but I'm sure none of that is what it really is, so that was my guess.
So if you're moving from one place to another and it involves your ankle, what are you doing?
Moving.
Yeah, essentially walking.
Yeah.
I'll give that one to you.
Okay.
All right.
I like turtles.
Next year on Words Are Hard. Talking 1920 slang. The next word is applesauce. Using it in a sentence. Oh, applesauce. I just stubbed my toe.
Well, that'd be almost like damn or F. You know, maybe it's just a real bad like cussing. I don't know why you'd say applesauce unless you're trying to be cute for the kids. Applesauce! That felt great. I liked it. Yeah.
Exactly. The other example they gave was, oh, horse feathers.
Yeah, it's just something. Or if you like, when you said applesauce, I thought of Good Will Hunting. Hey, applesauce, bitch. How you like them apples?
Well, let's move on with Words Are Hard. All right. The next 1920 slang phrase is banks closed. Using it in a sentence, the usher in the movie theater stopped by the couple and told them, banks closed.
Well, normally if the bank's closed, that's if it was a bar, I would say that's last call. But if it's at a movie theater for concessions, this is the last chance to go get anything at the concession stand. Dang.
Great guess. Actually, it's what you tell someone to say out.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
well, I kind of forget that was the thing. People would go to the theaters just to make out and all that.
Yeah. So whereas today we'd say like, find a room.
Yeah, get a room, stuff like that. Okay.
Bank closed.
The bank's closed. Dang, I would have really thought it was like last call for concessions or something.
Hey, great guess. You know, if I didn't have the answer in front of me, that would have been a good one.
All right.
Let's keep moving on. Words are hard. Talking 1920 slang, you know, maybe you're at the bar and you tell your buddy, hey, why don't you go talk up that bear cat over there? The word is bear cat.
Bear cat. Well, I don't know why you would call. I'm thinking if they're telling you to go talk to that girl over there and go strike up a conversation, kind of like, would it be like the 40s, 50s would say like minks or something? Maybe they were called bear cats back then. They're talking about women, right?
Yeah,
okay.
So a bear cat
it's
was
not somebody, not what I would call a woman, you know, but maybe back then that's what they were. So.
Right. It almost sounds derogatory now, but back then it was for a lively, spirited woman with a possible fiery streak in her.
That's a real bear cat over there. If you go over there and say hi, she just might give you the time of day. Just go say hi to that bear cat. She's very nice.
I like turtles.
Moving on with Words Are Hard. Again, talking 1920 slang. The next word for you, Tony, is berries. I'll give you an example. Maybe you just talked to that bear cat, came back and reported to your buddy, you know what? She was berries.
Well, berries could be a couple different things. Depends on how she was. In that example you gave me, I'm going to say, yeah, she's berries, which she's probably, you go 50-50. It's either going to be she's very nice or she's very crazy.
And go either way with that. Is
say it in your tone again. You're not going to give it to me because it's 50-50. If you're going to go talk to that bear cat and you're going to come back and you're going to strike out, I'm going to say, if she was berries, she's nuts. It was 50-50 though.
Hey, it was a good guess.
It was, yeah. She could be very nice, sweet. Berries, sweet.
Yeah, note something right? Good, desirable, or pleasing. Often, used with like bee's knees. She was the bee's knees. See?
Right. Yeah. That bear cat over there was berries. Berry nuts. She was sweet. She was a sweetheart. I liked her.
All right, moving on.
I asked her out, but they told me the bank was closed, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't understand what that was," so I took off.
Words are hard. 1920 slang. All right, so maybe she reports back to her friend, "Man, that guy was a bimbo."
Well, If it was here in Denver and you're in the bread section, you'd clearly be talking about Bimbo Bread, today's non-sponsor of the Phoenix radio show. But I guess if you're saying this back then, a bimbo is a not bright educated person, or woman in this case, just kind of a ditz.
That's what you would think, but back in the 1920s, bimbo referred to a macho man. So,
really?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because bimbo, when we were growing up, was kind of like a dumb blonde, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing how that changes.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep rolling.
I'm the macho man, and I'm the biggest bimbo in the land. Hulk Hogan, yeah.
There you go. Moving on with words hard. All right. The next word is bubs. Again, the word is bubs. And
hey, bub. Let's go, bub.
That's what I thought at first, too. So the guy's talking to his friend. He goes, check out her bubs.
Oh. Bubs, now I'm thinking boobs, but that's not what it is. Look at her butt. What is that? What it is? Oh my gosh!
Exactly what it is. A woman's boobs.
It's just the example. You're like, look at those bubs.
Hey, yeah, good guess and nailed it.
Oh,
moving
man.
on. Talking words are hard.
Let's go, Bob.
All right. Next one. The word is cash. Using in a sentence. Hey, Tone. Well, I wouldn't be saying this to you, but hey, Tone, give me some cash.
Yeah. Well, does it still mean money? Because it still sounds like you're asking for money.
Not money.
Is it weed?
Nope.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
If you're asking for cash, you're asking for a smooch, for a kiss. Which makes sense to the bank's close, because if you're exchanging
there's a lot of money. Yeah. So when you got laid, was it called jackpot?
Either that or cashing out.
There you go. Oh man!
Finally here on words. Finally here on words are hard. Oh, this is going to come off wrong, but Tony, if I told you to butt me, what would I be asking you to do?
Give you. Oh, geez. Give you a high five. Jeez Louise, I'm distracted by that. It just sounds bad. Butt me.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Luckily, it is far more innocent than how it sounds, but butt me is basically saying, can you give me a cigarette? That's all it is.
That should have been that. Oh, dang, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Hey, give me a butt. I just can't wait.
Well, folks, that does it for this segment. When we come back, we've got a segment called Welcome to My Nightmare, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's going to teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes, right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops, the rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at StopTextStopWrecks.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
We are live outside the home of Joe and Rosie Goddard, where a pretty big tickle fight broke out just minutes ago. Sources say their father instigated the laughter. Let's go inside for a comment. Apparently, they have no comment. Dads, let this be a reminder that it only takes a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
How's it going? I'm having a stroke. Are you going to shake my hand? I'm having a stroke.
Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke. When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Hello, Kubo. What have you got planned for today?
Come on, this way.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
It's the most powerful magic there is.
Head outside to discover incredible animals.
Wow.
And beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure. So grab your loved ones and explore a world of possibilities. Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the U.S. Forest Service.
My teacher said that we should have a plan in case of an emergency. Do we have one?
First thing I'm going to do is grab a flashlight with dead batteries.
I'm going to start randomly throwing clothes in the bag. You two will be hiding in the closet and Dad won't be able to find you.
And that's when we both start crying.
Uncontrollably. Can you pass the cutlets?
Winging it is not an emergency plan. Make sure your kids know what to do during an emergency, who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311. Brought to you by the New York City Office of Emergency Management and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us. Get everything you need for the Kristian Fenix Radio Show over at phoenixmedia.us or on Facebook at facebook.com/Fenix Media Radio. Now back to the show. And we are back, folks. This is the Kristian Fenix Radio Show. We are all over social media, with many of you watching us as we speak on Facebook Live or YouTube Live. Now, if you do want to enjoy us from the comfort of your own home or on the go, just download the ngbn.tv mobile application or smart TV app. Find the Fenix Media channel, and you can get this show and other great shows through Fenix Media. Now, if you want to get a hold of me on social, I'm available at facebook.com/Kristian Fenix Radio. That's Kristian with a K, Fenix with an F, radio, of course, with an R, or on Instagram and Twitter at Fenix Media Radio. Tony's available at facebook.com/Tony Spark. That's SPARK 81, or on Instagram at Tony.Sanfilippo81. Now, in the segment, which I have I've aptly titled,
You're welcome to my nightmare, yeah.
Tony, we're headed into your world of retail and talking about nightmare.
Welcome to my nightmare.
In your 20-plus something years of retail, is there one nightmare customer who really kind of sticks out to you?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot, man. You encounter so much in the retail world. I guess I'm going to have to go because my memory only can do so much at certain times. But I'm going to go back to the start of the pandemic, otherwise known as
Coronavirus! Coronavirus!
So there was this old guy. He got so pissed because there was a shortage on paper towels and all that stuff, and diapers were limited and things like that because no one knew what was coming. So people start stocking up on water and yada yada, and we're out of everything. Well, this one guy was pissed because he tried to buy diapers or baby wipes, but we had been running low. So I told him it was one per, and he flipped out and told me his granddaughter had cerebral palsy and that she shits herself constantly. I said, I'm really sorry to hear that. And, I'm sorry she has, that she goes through that. That's terrible. But you can still only buy one box of baby wipes. And he got so mad at me. And then he took the box after I told him he can only have one. He took the other box of baby wipes and threw it like a little baby on the ground. And then he kicked the box. And then he paid for his item. And he came to me. He goes, I want to go to corporate. I want your badge number. I want your last name. I want your ID number. And I said, okay, well,
here you go.
My badge number ain't going to do nothing for you. My last name, you got a pen ready? Because it's long. It's SANFILIPPO. And if you just want to save yourself some time, my boss is right there. And he's in the green shirt. So he goes over to my boss and that guy, he's a jerk and he needs his ass kicked. And then my boss was like, whoa, and kind of just put him in place. But yeah, he was a nightmare just mainly because he didn't get what he wanted. So,
well, that's exactly what we're talking about here. I thought maybe you were talking about diapers for himself. And then, when he asked if he could buy more than one, you told him it depends.
So it's basically the customer, or in our case, the member, when they get pissed when they don't like your answer. Usually if your answer is no, all hell's about to break loose. Because everyone, God forbid you say the word no, like, no. Freaks people out, man.
Not only that, but your story was sort of a perfect segue into our first story here on
You're welcome to my nightmare.
This one from Materia Bubbles says, a customer brought back a jumpsuit for a refund because it had shit in it. She claimed it was like that when she bought it. It stank so bad that you could smell it through the taped up plastic bag she had put it in. It would never have gone unnoticed by the changing room staff, the customer, or the cashier if she actually bought it like that. Someone at the refund counter actually accepted it and put it in the trolley full of other returned items for us to put back out. There was a note stapled to it that said, warning, feces inside. Ugh.
Whoa, that is...
Yowie wowie.
Welcome to my nightmare.
I don't know about you, but if that was me, I'd be too embarrassed to return it that way.
Oh, yeah.
No way.
It's kind of like...
it wasn't mine.
It's kind of like the hot girl back at the Thornton store that returned the bathing suit. I'm like, oh, this girl's pretty hot. And then when she returned her bathing suit and it had a big skitty mark on there, she instantly became gross to me. Like that fast. I was like,
yeah, no.
Ugh. At least wash that before you return that shit, man.
That certainly
Sorry, I mean to bump the screen there.
Well, let's keep moving on. Talking.
You're welcome to my
nightmare. User Iani Faye says, I work at McDonald's, and this happened just a few days ago. I handed a woman her tray and asked if she needed sugar with her coffee. She turned her nose up at me and said, I won't answer. You all are not educated. Well, then don't eat at McDonald's.
Yeah, that's a simple. Yeah, did you want coffee with it? That's all I'm asking.
Well, not only that, but they were being pleasant and helpful. And, obviously you expect that from like Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A staff is overly accommodating. You don't exactly expect that from McDonald's, but she wasn't having any of it. So,
yeah, it is just nuts. So,
let's keep moving on. Talking.
You're welcome to my nightmare. Yeah.
All right. This from user Naden4B says, I used to work in concessions at a movie theater. One time our popcorn kettle caught on fire. Smoke filled the lobby and I was using a fire extinguisher to put out the fire, all while a customer stood at the counter and yelled at me that she still wanted popcorn. I could barely even see her through the smoke. Again, what do you expect in that situation? You're not getting popcorn. The machine's on fire.
Yeah, people are ridiculous like that. They do that at ours if something's down in the food court. So I can't get anything. No, the oven's broken. What can I do for you?
Let me explain cause and effect to you.
Dude, yeah, I see that all the time. Believe it or not, that's a pretty common one.
Oh, that's frustrating.
No lie. It happens
I feel for you.
often.
Oh, and perfect stories for what we're talking about today.
You're welcome to my nightmare. Yeah.
This next one from user Sprainard Kruger. What's
Freddie
these days? Says, I work at a gas station.
Respect.
Once a guy came in, grabbed a foot-long sub from the sandwich case, opened it up, pulled a hair out of his own head, and stuffed it in the sandwich. He came up to the register and demanded a refund. You ever see anything like that at Costco, Tone? People finding hairs in their chicken bake that turned out to be their own?
No, I'm sure it happens. I was going to say, I'm sure it does happen. I'm sure there's a food court employee who's like, yes, it's totally happened. But I've never had to refund anybody because of that. No.
Probably a good thing. But
yeah, but I'd imagine it does happen for sure.
And that's the thing, if you're going to try and pull something like that, maybe be a little more discreet. Don't do it right in front of the employee that you're trying to get a refund from. Doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
All right, moving on. Tuck it. Welcome to my nightmare.
You're welcome to my nightmare. Yeah.
This one from Jennifer LG 1970 says, we had a patient call the police on us because she came to our dentist's office for an appointment that she didn't have. She insisted that we see her at that very moment, and when we explained we were fully booked and would have to schedule her another day, she went ballistic and called the police. She went outside to meet the police and never came back inside. Truly bizarre. I would assume that the police probably told her that you can't call the police. Hopefully they even charged her with making a false call, because that is a stupid thing to waste their time on.
Oh, it's terrible. What a waste.
Exactly. But, some people are just so irrational. I don't know. Have you ever had anybody call the police on you for something you did at work?
I've had them threatened. Yeah. Especially during COVID. Like, I had someone that told me they were going to call the cops on me for making them give up their rights or something like that. I was just like, oh my God, just wear the mask. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I'm scared. There's all that talk of the mask coming back. I'm scared because I sure as hell don't want to tell people to put that back on. You want to talk about nightmare? It's beyond a nightmare. Like, I'm dreading it because I can only imagine how batshit crazy people are going to go, dude.
Guess what,
Scary.
Tony? Here in Nevada, they're coming back on Friday. Mask
no way.
Back into effect. Yep.
Yep.
Not looking forward to it. Oh, finally here on
Welcome
to my nightmare. Yeah.
I had to lip sync that one.
This from user Bear Steppen says, when I was a manager,
Steppenwolf.
When I was a manager at a health food grocery store, a customer was perplexed that we did not stock goat eggs. I gently explained to her that goats do not lay eggs, and she went on a rampage saying that our store was supposed to carry everything. She demanded to speak with the manager. I was the manager. How dumb do you have to be? Yeah, goat eggs. Maybe she was asking for something different. That
she's probably trying to get like goat cheese. Like, that sounds more logical to me. Like, you're asking for goat cheese because that exists, but goat eggs. Get the F out of here, you moron!
Right?
Goats don't lay eggs.
And there is nothing more satisfying than somebody saying, "I need to speak with your manager." And
wouldn't that be great if you just went out and you scooped up a pile of shit and said, "There you go, goat eggs. They're chocolate flavored. Enjoy." You know what I mean? What an idiot!
They're real little.
Oh, do you want little Skittles too? Those are rabbit eggs, right there.
Well, folks, that does it for Welcome to My Nightmare. When we come back, we are headed into our final segment. It is time for This Day in History. So don't go anywhere. Go grab yourself some goat eggs and join us back here in just a few minutes.
Still make.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Allison is perfect. I mean, she'd never tell you that. She's humble and perfect. She likes everyone. She even likes her untidy roommate's weird guinea pig. Allison, wait, are you texting and driving? Allison, no. That's the exact opposite of what I was just saying about you. Why, Allison? Why? Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
I'm Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke. So I want you to learn to spot a stroke fast. F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. I'm Paul George. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
My name is Lola Silvestri, and I'm going to be 95 this year. I was very independent. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels. America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org. This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us. Get everything you need for the Kristian Fenix radio show over at phoenixmedia.us or on Facebook at facebook.com/Fenix Media Radio. Now back to the show. And we are back, folks, to the fourth and final segment of this episode of the Kristian Fenix radio show. If you missed a portion of the show, you want to go back and catch up on any of the previous shows, it is easy enough to do so. Head over to phoenixmedia.us, click on the show's link, scroll on down to the Kristian Fenix radio show. From there, you can get video, you can get audio as well, or head over to wherever you get podcasts. Apple, Google, Stitcher, Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, TuneIn, iHeart, Doozer, Dozer, Geezer, Gozer.
Are you a god?
Let's go already!
We are doomed.
Doomed. Thanks, Obi-Wan.
We did get a new Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer yesterday, which was pretty bad.
Sure did. You guys are going to have to tune in to next week's Proton Pack because we'll finally record it. It's been kind of hard to sit down and do that, but we'll cover the trailer. So yes, I can't wait to talk about it with you. Yeah.
Well, folks, as we like to do at this point in the day, we'd like to drop a little knowledge on you, hopefully make you laugh at the same time. It is time for This Day in History.
Traversing the globe for the stories that turn the world on its head. It's This Day in History with your correspondent on the beat,
Kristian Fenix.
All right, kicking things off this day in 1148. During the Second Crusade, Crusaders abandoned their siege of Damascus. Wow, words are hard today.
Damascus!
Siege of Damascus. And apparently it was the Second Crusade, but not the last crusade because that involved Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it sure did. Damascus.
Moving on, this day in 1974, the French revolutionary figure Maximilien Robespierre and 22 other leaders of the Terror are guillotined to thunderous cheers in Paris.
Fatality. Your funny numbers are hard today, too.
What did I say?
In 1974, you flipped to 7 and 9. I was like, oh, here's what I thought. I was like, oh, shit, I got to really scroll because we're all the way here in the 1100s. And then I was like, oh, I see Maximilian. And could you imagine if people were being guillotined in 1974? Yikes.
Very different, yeah.
Yikes, yes. But I just thought that was funny.
Getting the guillotine at any point probably wouldn't have been fun, but
God, what a scary wake! You have that anxiety. I would imagine that. Holy shit! I don't know if they cussed back then, but you got oh my God, I couldn't even imagine.
He was there going applesauce.
Yeah, at least it'd probably be quick, but my God, just the fear leading into that. No, thank you.
No way. No way. Glad we live in the time that we live in today.
Yeah.
Speaking of history, this day in 1886, British government led by Lord Salisbury forms. I wonder if he enjoyed steak.
He did. I'm sure he did. I have the British government, and I tell you, I'm gonna have steak. We're gonna call it Salisbury steak, and one day there will be a day called Salisbury Steak Day, and it will be given to a guy in South Park by the name of Chef. I don't have a soundbite for Chef. Yeah, remember? He always Salisbury Steak Day, children.
Oh, let's move on. This day in 1915, because of a virtual anarchy, U.S. Marines go ashore in Haiti on orders from President Woodrow Wilson. This will lead to an occupation that will last until 1934. I guess I had no idea that we invaded Haiti and were occupying it for so long.
I didn't either. Way to go, Woody.
20 years. Right.
Was he wearing a virtual, like an Oculus? All right, guys, we're going to Haiti.
It's funny, when I read that too, I was like, virtual?
Yeah, virtual. I just went straight Oculus there, which obviously didn't exist yet. Wow.
Let's keep moving on. This day in 1931. Maybe this guy got the Chicago overcoat, but mob hitman Mad Dog Cole allegedly participates in a kidnapping attempt that results in the shooting death of a child, which earns him the nickname Mad Dog.
Yeah, he looked like a dickhead.
He did.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't look like a friendly guy. He looked like that punk at school that's going to get you in a lot of trouble. Hey, we don't go hang out with that guy. His name's Mad Dog. We don't hang out with him.
I don't know about you, Tone, but he kind of looks like a guy we went to high school with who was known for wearing a very oversized football helmet.
Oh, he does. He was kind of an asshole, too.
I know.
Weird.
Let's move on. This day,
if you know, you know.
This day in 1932, White Zombie, the first feature-length zombie film directed by Victor Halperin and starring Bela Lugosi, is released in the U.S.
Bela Lugosi looked like a vampire, dude.
Well, he was known as playing the classic Dracula.
Yeah, he totally looks like it. I got White Zombie in my head. Well, I actually have Dracula in my head, which is Rob Zombie. But
now we're mixing all sorts of
mixing the zombies up. Yeah. Black Sunshine.
But what we know of Dracula with the slick back hair and the blah blah, all from Bela Lugosi.
Yeah, he looks like him. No, I wear a suit and tie.
Let's keep moving on. This day in 1951, Walt Disney's animated musical film Alice in Wonderland is released. Great film, totally trippy. The book is even trippier than the movie, but still a lot of fun and holds up today.
Yeah, was it a musical? I don't remember. I don't remember a lot of it. Yeah, I know it had some songs and stuff, but I didn't know it was an all musical.
I mean, I don't think.
Oh, you! It was definitely a trippy ass movie.
Oh yeah. I just lost my train of thought. So,
because you thought of that big fat ass caterpillar blowing those big old O rings. O rings.
No, actually, I was thinking about a big fat ass from our next one here. This day in 1954, On the Waterfront, directed by Elia Kazan, starring Marlon Brando and Eva Marie Saint, is released. It's the Academy Award winner for Best Picture in 1955. Marlon Brando, fantastic actor, but boy, he really let himself go towards the end.
Yeah, he did. He got big. Right on the island of Dr. Monroe time, he was a big dude.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that weird, like, what happens? Like, I'm sure I know a lot of things could happen. You could have a health crisis. I mean, you could have, like, you can injure your legs, so you're not walking as much. You get depressed. I mean, but yeah, he got big.
Yeah. Well, especially with actors. I mean, they have time between projects to look at what like Chris Hemsworth does or Will Smith. You know, they're keeping themselves in good shape. Other guys just let themselves. Boop.
It was funny. Will Smith actually during COVID let himself go a little bit. He got the dad bod, he didn't have the six pack, so he had to do a challenge to motivate himself to get back into shape. And I guess I don't want to say it's easier for celebrities, but at least they have the trainers and the money and resources to get back on track. You know, it's like if we want to get back and we're like, we're going to eat healthy. And then you start adding up, you're like, we're going to go on the keto diet. And you add up all your keto and you're like, all right, we're going broke. So we're just not going to eat. That's what we're going to do. Toast again. Got it.
Top ramen. All right,
we're going to call it fasting.
This day in 1957, Jerry Lee Lewis makes his first TV appearance on the Steve Allen Show. I didn't realize that not only was Jerry Lee Lewis still alive, but he's still touring today. It's crazy.
Does he still tour, like, literally today?
Yeah, he played, before COVID, he played the Nugget.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he must have been really young when he was on in 1957.
Had to have been.
Because if he looked like Palpatine in that picture, there's no effing way he's alive unless he's a clone hanging at the bottom of the ocean in the Death Star. There's no way.
Well, let's move on. This day in 1989, somebody you photo-stocked in Vegas Tone, Gloria Estefan releases her debut solo album, Cuts Both Ways. Remember that?
Yeah, I do. Right in front of the not Tropicana, but the Flamingo, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Rhythm is gonna get ya. Yeah.
Oh, let's move on. This day in 2002, the 89th Tour de France with no winner because Lance Armstrong was disqualified for cheating due to performance-enhancing drugs.
Yeah, so weird.
I say, you know what? Give it to him. He's missing a ball. He needs every advantage he can get, right?
Yeah, definitely. He's the one testy maniac.
Oh, and then finally here on this day in history, this day in 2019, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, is revealed as the first guest editor for UK Vogue in 103 years for its September 2019 issue. Still amazes me that she's an actress turned royal.
Yeah, it's weird too. Like that whole thing is strange to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess if you're more strange if you're in England and you see the royals split because I mean,
I don't follow it that closely, so
yeah.
All that goes to say that let's run down some of today's holidays.
There you go.
Oh, where we talk about the things that we like to celebrate. Not a whole lot of time, but today is Buffalo Soldiers Day.
I was like Buffalo Wings. Yeah. Like I'll go with Buffalo Wings.
Tone, it is National Hamburger Day. Yummy.
I might have to get me some hamburgers today.
It is National Milk Chocolate Day. It is National Water Park Day. World Hepatitis Day. World Nature Conservation
Why would you want
Day.
World Hepatitis Day? Good Lord.
And words are continuing to be hard. Well, folks, that does it for our show today. We will be back tomorrow with a brand new show. Talking Florida Man tomorrow, so we will see you all then.
See ya! Happy birthday, Grandpa.